Carol Houssock with the Senior Notebook production team. We're all volunteers, and it's kind of a gloomy day, unlike what it was back in 2001 on 9/11. I'm here with Chief Thorne from the Elmira Police Department. First of all, congratulations on your promotion.
Oh, thank you.
A while back. We're here by the city of Elmira has this piece that was part of one of the Twin Towers.
Yes.
And 2 years ago, right around this time, my graduating class from EFA provided a plaque so that when people come here, they know what this is.
What this is all about.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yeah. So you were on the force at that time.
2 years ago?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. 20 years?
20 years. I'll have 20 years on in November. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Well, you're a young man, but tell me, take me back to September 11th, 2001. Where were you and how'd you hear about what was going on?
In September of 2001, on that date, I was actually in college. So I attended Corning Community College for criminal justice. I do not remember what exact class I was in that day, but I remember when we started hearing news about it, we all left the classroom. There's a lobby, like a sit-down room in the college at that time. We all went and started watching it on the news. So, I mean, horrific what had happened. So there was actually an instructor there at the time, Mr. McCarthy, that was a New York City cop, and now he's was an instructor at CCC. So to him, I mean, it must have been worst of all, everybody in the building.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually working in Wilkes-Barre at the time, and I was supposed to fly the next day to Miami for a conference, and our boss pulled everybody into the conference room and put the TV on, and we saw after it had hit the first one, and then we saw the plane hit the second one, and I got up, went into the kitchen. I'm going to tear up again. I went in the kitchen. I said, I can't fly tomorrow. Little did I know, no one was going to fly.
They were going to ground everybody.
Yeah, so I mean, everybody, all our viewers have their own memories of what happened that day. But then the city had provided some assistance.
Yep, so they sent 5 officers down. So in the days after 9/11 to assist down there. They assisted in security, crowd control, just some other just escorts and such. The 5 officers went down there. Their names are on the plaque here, the gentleman that went down. And then, like I said, it was about 5 days that they were down there, so helping.
Yeah, and when we did this dedication, one of them was here and shared some of that information with us. But then the city was presented this piece.
Yep. About 10 years after that, I think it was 2011, 2 officers, Rich Medden and Tim Fish, who were on the force at that time, drove down to New York City and got this piece of I-beam that is from the World Trade Center. So,
yeah, and somehow or other, some people in my class knew it was here, but nobody knew what it was because it was just here.
Just a piece of metal.
It was a piece of metal, and you know, if you didn't read the paper at the time or have somebody tell you, you didn't know what it was. So we did an effort to have a plate put on there and dedicated it, 2 years ago. So a lot has happened in probably 2002 and beyond.
Yes.
Because these beautiful marbles and benches that are to our left and right. That was an Eagle Scout project.
Yep, 16-year-old Eagle Scout Andrew Degnan came up with a project for this. Again, he realized that, hey, this is out here. What is it about? What do we mean to show the public, what this commemorizes? So he came up with these 2 marble slabs and the 2 benches and the lights. On the one side, you have September 11th, and then when the towers collapsed, and all the 4 major issues that day, I guess. And then over here, just a little write-up of it. So he was 16 at the time, so that was 21, so he's 19 now. But I mean, great project for him to do, and I mean, it looks fantastic. So
it really does, and we might as well tell people where we are. When I grew up, this building behind me on Center Street was the locker rooms and the building for the Center Street swimming pool. And years ago, it was converted into police officer training center.
Yeah, so we have run several academies out of this building. The last one we did was in 2019. Since then, we've sent our officers to be for training up to the Southern Tier Law Enforcement Academy and also the Broom Academy. So we haven't personally trained our officers in an academy style here since 2019, but we do use it for yearly in-service. Different entities of the city will come up here. The New York State Court officers will come up here and do training throughout the year. And then it's available for any city city employees to hold meetings and this and that in there. So,
well, we're going to follow up on that when we come back after some commercials. But
okay.
Again, we are in the city of Elmira on Center Street between College and Davis, and we'll be right back.
We now return to the Senior Notebook on WENY.
Hi, I'm Carol Houssock with the production team. We're all volunteers, and I'm here with the Chief of Police in the city of Elmira, Kristen Thorne. Welcome back.
Thank you.
When we last spoke a few minutes ago, we were talking about the building behind us, and I had said that it was the locker rooms in the building for the swimming pool, Center Street swimming pool, but now it's the Regional Public Safety Training Center. And tell us a little more about what goes on in there, or what could or has.
What has went on, we did run several police academies out of the building. The last one we ran was 2019. Since then, we have stuck primarily with the Southern Tier Law Enforcement Academy, which is out in Corning. And then also we would send people to a Broom Academy. So those are two kind of our go-to academies, Southern Tier Law Enforcement Academy being the #1. So it is very time-consuming, is very manpower-intensive to run one of those, and realistically, it's kind of easier just to send it and then send instructors occasionally to teach certain topics than to run the whole thing yourself as a police department.
Sure. So. Is it all classrooms in there, or you don't have a shooting range or anything in there?
No shooting range, just classrooms in there. So a couple bathrooms, really just the instruction portion of it. So we have a off-site range that we in service use. And then we also use for the academy, for the Southern Tier Law Enforcement Academy.
Is it open to the public?
This building?
Yeah.
No.
No? Okay.
No.
So you got some top secret stuff in there. Right?
No, it's just not open to the public.
I gotcha. Okay. What we're standing in front of a couple of years ago, a lot of people collaborated to help turn this into just a podium that held a piece of one of the World Trade Center buildings into what you just saw. And this is a tribute to the Gold Star family. So tell me about this one.
This was a memorial that I think his name was Jim Hackett. He had some type of affiliation with the Vietnam Veterans Memorial on Davis Street over here. So he thought, hey, let's bring this Gold Star Memorial to Elmira. Okay, let's choose this spot. Again, we have the 9/11 Memorial here, so a perfect spot for us. So Gold Star Memorial being kind of a little bit of the history on it. So it's to do with the service flags that the families put out for their family members that were serving in the military. Say a mother had 2 kids that were serving in the military, she'd have a flag that had 2 blue stars on it. So one passes away, they changed the blue star with the gold star. So that's where that came from. It started back in World War I, so that's kind of where we are now. In 2022, I think it was May, they ended up getting enough funding to get this piece here. So there's 4 portions of it. On the back side, some beautiful artwork that I'm sure that Carol will show, but it's just a memorial to those Gold Star families that have lost a loved one while in service to their country in the military. So.
And explain to me the cutout, because I didn't get it initially.
Yep. So right here is a cutout, and you can kind of, if you step back a little bit, you can see it is somebody in the military is saluting. So it's kind of a little easier to see on the other side, in my opinion. But yeah, so.
So on the almost the eve of 9/11 this year, it's just so hard to believe that many years have passed by, and it's still so fresh in everyone's memory.
Oh, yeah.
You and me included, as we just shared a minute ago. Do you notice any increase in pedestrian or people coming to view these things on 9/11?
I think they do. I can't speak
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
100%, but I mean, I think they do. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it was an event that touched everybody across the board. I mean, the way that it rallied the country against terrorism at the time, the support for first responders being, you know, firemen and police officers at that time, after that, was the highest it's been ever. Then we went down, and I think it's coming back. So
I hope so, because, you know, you were so proud to be an American.
yeah, oh yeah,
And behind the police and the firemen and the people that went in there and risked their lives in those towers, and the innocent people that died that day, it's just a sad day in our history. And
you got to a point where, I mean, it's something that we're not going to stand for this, and we have to do something about it. So, and that's what happened. So,
yeah, I've yet to go to New York to see what, you know, the memorial that's there now, but I'm sure it's pretty powerful as well.
yeah, I have not been in New York City in years. I would love to take my 2 kids there to see that. So.
Yeah. Well, Chief Thorne, thank you so much for joining us today and providing some information. We are on Center Street in Elmira, between College Avenue and Davis Street, in front of the training center. But please stop by and pay your respects here at these 2 memorials. Thank you again, sir.
Thanks.
Have a
Carol.
great day, everyone.
Thank you.
Sir.
Thank you.
The Senior Notebook will return in a moment.